Hi everyone, it's Desiree, and I'm finally able to show you the December 2017 Stampin' Up! Paper Pumpkin Kit. So let's look at the contents. You get a small cube of Berry Burst. This is the stamp set, so it's a thank you, hello, encouragement type stamp set. And here is what the cards or the project will look like. Some really bright colors. So let's dig in. There's a lot of items in this kit. So once I finally get it open, it looks like that they made an error on one of the die cuts. So they put in the correct ones. So you actually get extra. So this is the Floral and Flutter for December 2017. You get some glue dots. Your die cuts are some banners, fishtails on each side, and some butterflies. And it looks like I believe you get 8 banners and you get 12 butterflies. Now it looks like they're trying something new here. So this is their double-sided tape that I guess they're trying out. It's the first time I've seen that. So these are the card bases. So this is the brown, and I believe that's soft suede. They're very delicate, the die cuts. You can see that some of mine were damaged and bent. That's okay. You know, I'm always okay with that because it can be fixed. This is the Coral, Calypso Coral color from Stampin' Up! So this one is a smaller card, where the other one is a standard 4 1/4 by 5.5. You get 4 of the small envelopes, 4 of the larger. You get some backing for the larger card. And then you're also going to get some backing for the smaller. Now these are the intricate die cuts as well. Some more panels. So you can see that they actually reversed it. So you get 4 extra. So these are the backings for the smaller, the 4x4 cards. And then you get 8 sheets of their glitter paper. And it's pretty good glitter paper. It doesn't come off that much. It does come off a little bit, but that's because I was scrubbing it like anything. You get some beautiful ribbon and some twine, and that is in the Berry Burst color. It's one of the in colors. So these are all the contents that are in the kit. So we're going to start by making the 2 different cards for this kit. So the first thing the directions tell us to do, and I do follow the directions, which is amazing, because usually I don't. So we're following the directions. So these are step by step on how they have you put the cards together. So they have you take your double-sided tape and put one at the bottom and put another one along the top edge inside of your card base, whether it's the smaller or the larger. And that's how I'll differentiate between the two. Once you have that, now I always use a pick, even when I use score tape to remove the backing paper. You're going to take your die cut and you're going to center it over the opening. So now you've got this double layer look going on there. So I'm going to grab the one that was bent up because we can always fix that. Just because it's a little bit damaged, it's okay. It's not like it was shredded. So again, top and bottom, and then we put the laser cut die in the back of it. And I'm just going to use a little bit of my art glitter glue just to tack that down, just to keep it down. It kept on folding up. So that's where we're at so far. Now we're going to adhere one of the glitter panels in behind that die cut. So I am going to use my art glitter glue. Sure, we can use the strips, but I just like the bond that my art glitter glue does have. So I just want to make sure. And then they have you take one of the double-sided tapes and put it on a diagonal on the back of the glitter paper. And we're going to do the same thing for the larger size. So you're doing the same steps between the 2 cards. You're just getting 2 different looks for the cards. So it's really pretty with how the glitter paper does come through. So now I'm using the backing sheets, the backing cardstock that they gave. And you're going to on the perimeter edge of each of these pieces, you're going to put one strip of the double-sided tape. I like the double-sided tape. It is very strong, but it is also difficult to get off. You've got to make sure that you're pulling the tape, the sticky tape, along with the backing. But I struggle with those types of things. I'm sure other people don't. So you want to adhere that down, and then that just sets everything in place. Whether it's the glitter paper or whatever else you're putting in there. And the same thing for the larger one. Now we're going to do some stamping. So we're going to grab 2 of the die cuts for the butterflies. Grab the butterfly stamp. I like to put my hands on it, kind of conditions it just a little bit to take the ink. And I'm going to stamp the butterfly onto the die cuts. I also like to stamp once. Again, it just helps to condition it. When you have a very juicy ink cube and a new stamp, it's just a good way to condition those. I grabbed the Happy Birthday sentiment stamp, and I'm stamping that towards the left edge of the fishtail banner, just as they show in their pictures. And then I'm grabbing the longer of all of the sentiments that say, "Have a great day." And I'm going to put that right in the center of that banner. The next thing that the instructions tell us to do is we're going to cut 3.5-inch strips from the ribbon and about 7 inches of the twine. So I cut 2 because I need one for each card. So I'm going to grab my glue dots. I work better with the rolls like this. I get very fumbly. There's another word for us when it comes to their glue dots. Their glue dots are very good. They're just all grouped together, and I tend to pick up more than what I need. So I'm going to use those on the back of the Happy Birthday and adhere that down onto the ribbon. And the same thing with Have a Great Day, except we're going to make that crooked up on that ribbon. We're going to tie 2 bows out of the string. This is amazing on how fast I do this bow. And I was pretty impressed with myself. Look at that. When I got to the second one, yeah, that one took forever. So fast forward, beauty of editing. So I'm going to take the Have a Great Day sentiment, and that goes on our 4x4 card. And I'm going to use one of the double-sided strips, put that down onto the back of the ribbon, and secure it onto our card. Once that's set in place, I'm going to grab one of the butterflies, and I like to curl up the edges. Everybody knows I love my dimension, and I'm going to use a glue dot and just put that in the location where they show from the pictures. And same thing with this sentiment. We're going to grab a double-sided tape, put that down onto the ribbon. I'm going to look at my placement. We're going to secure that in place, and then I'm going to cut off the edge just to make it even with the card. And then I'm going to attach one of the bows, and I'm going to use a glue dot. So I'm just going to grab one of my mini glue dots, and I'm going to wad it up to make it smaller so that when I put this bow down, it's going to cover the glue dot. This is not, it's a good twine, but it's just not a thick twine, so it wouldn't have covered up that glue dot. I'm going to make sure that I adhere the butterfly in the location that they show as well. And then we're going to go back to this because I forgot to put the bow on. I'm sure you all were saying, the bow, put the bow. And we're going to set that in place. And then just trim off our edges. And those are the 2 projects from the December 2017 kit. I think they're really pretty. I think the colors are great. Sorry guys, I'm starting to lose my voice again. They were really fun and very quick to make. So now for my alternative. So what I did was I grabbed one of the card bases and I cut that up. And I'm using one of the dies that was the oopsie, as they said. And I'm looking to just have the leaves come down onto, I'm using one of the backings for the smaller card. So I don't want to put the border on this backing. I just want to just butt it up against that. So I'm just looking to have the leaves coming across this to create a frame on this white square. So I'm just putting glue behind the leaves and then setting those down in place. Again, I'm not looking for those borders to be perfect. I'm just looking for the leaves to be on this this backing sheet. I don't care about those. We're going to cut those away, actually. So we're just setting those in place and then making sure that they're secured, putting an acrylic block down for a little bit. And now we're going to grab the big old scissors and we're going to cut off these edges. So it's just like when we trim a card. We're just going to cut along the backing. I'm going to cut a strip from the glitter paper and I'm going to fishtail one end of it. And then just looking where I think a good placement will be for that fishtail. And then I'm grabbing one of the banners that were die cut and I grab the sentiment hello. So I'm going to put that on my acrylic block and I'm going to condition the stamp. And then I'm going to stamp that down towards the right side of the banner. And I'm going to set that on top of the glitter. So it's going to be offset because I want to be able to see some of the glitter. I mean, it's beautiful glitter paper. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous and it's wonderful to work with. Once that's set, I cut a piece from the ribbon. And this is phenomenal ribbon. It's not like regular ribbon. It's very soft. It's wonderful to work with, as like everything else here that I keep saying. And I liked what it did once I tied that around in a knot. Y'all notice it was a knot. That it kind of offset the two banners, and I really like that. So happy accident there. I fishtailed the ends of the ribbon. And I'm going to grab my foam squares because I'd like this to be propped up just a little bit. And then we're going to set that in place. I like the way that one tail of the ribbon is actually going right under hello. I grabbed one of my sponge daubers and I'm going to just ink around the edges with the berry burst, just to tie in the sentiment, the ribbon, and then just give that hue around the edge. I'm going to grab one of the other card bases. Why not use it? This panel is bigger than that opening, so I'm going to use their double-sided strips, and I'm going to put those around each of the sides, and I'm going to set that down onto the base. And to hide that, I'm going to use one of the larger panels as well, and just cover up that inside so that no one will ever know that there's something else that's sitting underneath it. So that was my alternative. Here are the close-ups of the projects that we worked on today. 2 from the kit itself, and then the 1 alternative. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe just to stay up to date. There will be many more videos. I'm sure everyone's in the crunch time, no matter what holiday you celebrate during this wonderful time of the year. So that's how my videos are going to come out. You're going to see a video every night for Saturday, 1 for Sunday, and 1 for Christmas. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday, and always remember, be creative.